Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael
Today we're checking out Evenfall.
from Nanox Games.
Yep.
This game plays 1 to 4 players and plays in about 30 minutes per player. So thanks to Danny at Flat River for sending us this copy of Evenfall, but she didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. She gave it to us because she knows we like to play
All
all the
the games.
games. So let's go ahead and take a look at Evenfall while I teach you all the rules.
I know this is a game I wanted to play since BGG because it was in the hot games room. Did
Oh
you know?
yeah, I didn't know.
So it came out last Essen, and so now it's going to be more readily available in the US. So we're very excited to show it off.
Right. Pretty awesome. Awesome. So what you're going to do is you're going to set up your the victory point and mana track up here along with the round marker right here. There's also the magic throne where you're going to put one of these 100-point victory tiles per player up here for whenever they pass 100 points on the victory point track.
Good luck, me.
As you can see, we're going to play this over 3 rounds. Or is it 3 or 4? Yeah, three rounds.
It's 3 rounds,
Well,
four
it says
phases.
1, 2, 3. Got it. 4 phases. You are going to shuffle up all of the places of power to form the deck of places. And for each region, you're going to draw either 3 or 4 places of power, depending on which side of the board you are using. You'll notice that these are double-sided. And for 2 players, you're only going to need 2 regions. For 3 players, you're going to need to add the next region. For 4 players, you're going to flip all of these over. Fairly sure that is correct. We did not play with 4 players. Oh yeah, there it is.
It's at the bottom.
Very bottom.
Tells you how many.
It'll tell you how many players at the very bottom next to that first circle there. So there's also an automa that you will need to set up for solo play. You'll also need to shuffle up all of the rituals and specialist cards together. They all look the same. They are different, the rituals and the specialists, but just shuffle them all together into one big deck. You're going to shuffle up all of the Power Stone tokens and select 4 at random. As you can see, we drew a lot of these circles and chevrons, but not very many lines. We have one of these lines right here.
I know.
So there is a red Power Stone that you will only use when playing with the red player and only when we're playing with the advanced board side.
So it's in my red player bag.
So it's in her bag. Choose somebody to be first player. They're going to get the first player marker. Otherwise, it will go there on the Northern Lakes space. Because the first player will be received whoever wins this Northern Lakes region each round. You'll also form a resource pile of herbs, potions, and knowledge. So I'm not sure the herbs will show up well on the green screen. That's the see-through token there. But you've also got potions and knowledge. Looks like the little brown books. You've also got 3 of each resource that are used with these cardboard tokens. Each player will receive a clan board. If it has the sun side face up, then that's the basic side. Everything has the same abilities and the same sort of things on their coven tracks. You will also need your sun side clan marker. If you are playing with the advanced side, it will have a moon at the bottom, and you're going to use your moon symbol. And this is the moon side is going to give you a special ability. I have to say, when we were playing this game and we were looking something up on Board Game Geek, we did notice that somebody had mentioned that the star advanced player power seemed to be overpowered. The designers of Evenfall were responsive, and they agreed, and they said that you'll notice down here at the bottom there is an ability that costs 2 knowledge and 2 herbs and 2 potions to use, right? They Whenever you're using the advanced side, notice that the cost drops down to 1 knowledge, 1 herb, and 1 potion. The designers have changed this and said that it should be any 5 resources, not those 3 specific ones, and certainly not 2, 2, and 2, but any 5 resources. So if you want to go with the game as it was originally published, go ahead and use it this way. Or alternatively, you can do it with the designer's proposed fix of any 5 resources for this spot. And I will miss that ability because we are playing the normal side instead of the advanced side.
Yep.
So I will miss that ability. Place that here. So you'll also have 4 of these tokens. One of them goes on your Coven track, one of them goes on the Mana Point track, and 2 of them go on the Victory Point track and the 1s and 10s spot. You'll also place your witches, your 4 witches on this top area. Witches are the ones with the pointy hats. Elders are the ones with the floppy hats because they've been around a while. Their little tall hat won't stand up properly anymore because it's old, and so the little hat is floppy. Wizards and elders are not the same. They cannot go to the same spaces. They can mostly go to the same spaces, but not quite. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. Each player is also going to get a mana dial. So, we are leading clans of witches. I am the Star clan. You're the Spike clan. There's also the Cross and the Circle. So we like the Circle. So the first phase is the Scout phase, where we're going to collect resources, mana, and cards as depicted on your clan board. Notice phase 1. On the basic side, each player is going to receive 6 cards, 3 knowledge, and 2 mana. So I will go ahead and put each of us on 2 mana. We need to each collect 3 knowledge. And Steph is collecting hers as well. I will deal out some cards to everybody. Is it okay that this is not in there? It was like deep into the deck. That's one that I want to explain with. 5, 6. So that is the Scout phase. For experienced players, you could draw 2 additional cards and discard any 2 cards from your hand to have a little bit more control. We're just going to take the random ones. Notice that your mana can never go above 20. Then we're going to do the action phase, which is phase 2. We're going to start with the first player. Hey, that's me. And on your turn, you must do exactly 1 main action. If for some reason you can't do any more main actions, then you can pass, and then the action phase is going to keep going until all players have passed. On your turn, you can do 1 of 5 main actions. As you can see here, you can discover a place of power, activate your clan token, you could play a card, you can use an action space, or you can build catalysts. So, discovering a place of power, you're going to take one of the places of power from the regions and add it to your clan. The places of power might give you ways to harvest resources or mana or cards or victory points, and you're going to need those to play ritual. So choose one of the places of power and take the required number of witches from your reserve and put them on this round space. You'll notice that this Misty Castle requires that you spend 2 witches to take this Misty Castle and place it in your outer circle. So if I were to take this, I would put it in my outer circle. This is the outer circle. This is the inner circle. I have I should have. I did not mention actually. We each get a starting place of power. You're going to place this on the correct side. You'll notice that this is my star side pit of Nokabantu. If I swap this over to the moon side, my pit has a ability to discard a card to get 3 resources. And yeah, this is another ability that I'm going to miss having access to.
It's a
So
one-time ability,
it
but
is.
yeah, it's nice.
Well, it's a one-time ability per turn.
Oh.
One time only?
I think when you the first time you and only time you play on it, you activate it.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah.
I still miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's whenever you play a ritual on it. I
Well,
forgot
you
about
also
that.
had an ability that did similar
That's
things.
that's
So
correct.
that's what you
I
missed.
did indeed. That's what I'm going to miss. So anyway, I noticed that they don't all cost 2. This one only cost 1. Looks like we got some expensive witch things out here. So yeah, I'll take 2 of my witches and put them out here on the northern lakes. So you'll notice that there is another spot on here on the Misty Castle. Like Steph said, the only time that you are going to get that ability is when you play a ritual on top of it. Um, so, with the activate your clan token ability, with that action, you're going to activate this clan token and you're going to harvest all of the places of power in your outer region. Notice this little circular symbol. That's the harvest symbol. So I'm going to get an herb and a potion, and I'm going to get anything in my outer region that is connected with that symbol. Looks like I'm going to also get a card for having this Misty Castle here. If I were to have Henge, I would get a victory point and a mana. That's not too shabby.
Maybe not great for the early game.
But then you're going to flip it over to your star side here or your moon side, whichever it is. And that shows that you've already harvested this round because you can only harvest once per round. And there's only 3 rounds in the game. So, um, the third thing you could do is to play a card, either a ritual, a specialist, or a council member. Whenever you're playing a ritual, you have to pay the cost up in the corner. For example, this costs 2 herbs and a potion. You will put the ritual on top of a free place of power. Each place of power can have exactly 1 ritual. So I could put this spatial distortion on the Misty Castle. I could put this spatial distortion on the pit. And then some places of power also give a binding bonus. For example, it might say if you bind an enchantment to this, you're going to get some special thing. So notice that this is an enchantment, and I would get whatever bonus that it happens. Also notice that whenever I play this ritual, I could spend mana instead of potions and herbs. So that's sort of cool. Um, some of the rituals have a little action space on them. Some of them have an infinity symbol on them, which means that the effect is always active, and some of them have a lightning bolt on it, which means that something will happen immediately. Alternatively, you can play a specialist or a council member. Um, both of them look the same. Anything that has a person on it can be either a specialist providing you this top bonus or a council member providing you the bottom bonus. If you play it as a specialist, it's going to go on the left side of your player board. If you play it as a council member, it's going to go on the bottom of your player board. And you can have as many council members as you want, but you're going to have to pay the cost for them. So, if I wanted to play Nina as a specialist, it would cost me 2 knowledge and 2 herbs. And then I'll get 2 points at the end of the game. And forever, each time that you gain a binding bonus, you gain an extra You get a victory point and any resource of your choice. Alternatively, I could place it at the bottom of my board for a end game bonus of each time I gain a battle reward, I get a point. So I mentioned that it cost this to place Nina as a specialist. If I place it here, it's going to cost me a knowledge, an herb, and a potion. For every one after the first, I'm going to have to pay the advanced council member bonus of 2 knowledge, 2 herbs, and 2 potions. This is the power that is overpowered on the back of the star ability, which it's a cost of 0 for your first one and a cost of 1, 1, and 1 for the second one. This is the one that they decided to change to 5 of anything. It's slightly cheaper than 6 specific ones.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Still, it is better than nothing, than no ability at all. So, that is specialists and council members. The fourth thing you can do is to activate an action space. Action spaces have a little action space circle on the card, like so, a place that you could put either a witch or an elder. However, elders can activate only action spaces in your inner circle. They can't move very far, so they can only make it as far as your inner circle. The inner circle is everything down here. There are also region action spaces. There's powers for the northern lakes, central mountains, and southern slopes if you have the southern slopes in play. For the northern lakes, discard a card to gain any 3 resources. In the central mountain, draw 3 cards from the central deck or perform a transfer and draw 2 from the central deck. The transfer is super, super important. Let's say that I've played a ritual on Misty Castle. A transfer will let you move a place of power from the outer circle to the inner circle. If there's a ritual on it, it will get moved as well. Alternatively, if there is no ritual on it, that's fine. You can move it down here to the inner circle. But as soon as you put the ritual on it, that's a good thing because rituals are how you score points. And keep in mind that they're only worth victory points when they're in your inner circle. Having it like this will not score me the 1 point for this spatial distortion. You're only going to score victory points if you can transfer this from your outer to your inner. And this is one way that you can do it. Finally, you can. Oh, sorry. Sometimes the action space is going to come at a cost. If there's a cost, then you have to pay the cost to the left of the arrow. If there is no arrow, then you can just activate the ability for free. Like if you pay this cost of discarding the card, you're going to get the 3. But there is no cost for drawing these cards. Oh, I forgot to mention the southern slopes. If you spend 1 resource, you get 2 resources and 3 mana. The last action that you can do is to build catalysts. Notice that there are these two little hazy spaces here on the side. Whenever you build a catalyst, you can either place a scythe or you can place an orb. Now, that doesn't mean you have to place 1 of each. You could place 2 scythes. You could place 2 orbs. So what do they mean? For a scythe, it's going to cost you 1 herb to build a scythe. And if you can't remember what the cost is, it's right on your player aid right here. Whenever you have a scythe, it will copy whatever harvest that you have whenever you harvest this place of power. But also keep in mind, you can't harvest from things on the inner region. They have to stay on your outer region to be able to harvest them. Each side that you have copies it. So if you were to do this, you would get 6 herbs and 3 potions. So pretty handy. For an orb, you're going to spend 2 potions to build an orb. Again, this is on your player aid. For each orb that you build, you get to advance one space on your Coven track and take whatever bonus it says on it. You'll notice that sometimes they'll give you mana, sometimes they'll give you victory points, sometimes they'll give you a transfer. So all of these are super cool. Not all of the rituals have places to build catalysts. So keep that in mind that only some of them will allow you to do that.
Hey, Heroic.
Hey, Heroic. So we're going to go back and forth like that, doing some combination of those 5 actions. I should mention, for at any time, you could take the free action to discard 2 cards to get 1 resource. I forgot about that because my power didn't,
It was better.
my star coven did not have to deal with any of that.
No.
That free action stuff.
Right.
So, after we've all passed, the battle phase can start. Before you start a battle, first check to see if there are any effects that are triggered in that phase, and all of those effects will have this little explosion symbol on it. So, the battles will take place amongst all of the wizards and well, the elders usually can't travel out here. However, if there is there are abilities that can put elders out here on these spaces. And it is important to note once you have all spaces, both of these spaces covered, there are no more spaces left to go to, but an unlimited number of witches can inhabit these large circles. So what you're going to do is, let me go ahead and take this little guy out. What you're going to do is, my combat strength is currently a 3. Steph's combat strength is currently a 1. What we're going to do is we're going to take our mana dials. We're going to bet some number of mana, and then we're going to reveal these at the same time. Look, I have used, probably would in this case, say I want to use 5 mana. How much did you say?
6.
All right. So you have 6. I have 5. I've got a total of 8. You've got a total of 7. I have won this battle. So all players participating in the battle will gain battle rewards. You'll notice on the side, if you spend 4 or more, you're going to get a card. If you spend 6 or more, you're going to get 3 points and a card. If you spend 8, you're going to get a transfer and 3 points and a card. And that's even if you lose. However, the player with the highest combat strength, which would be me, will get their choice of one of these power stones. Power stones are good to make the rituals that you have placed on these places of power worth double. So if I can place any one of these symbols on the pit, let's say I put this card on it as the ritual, I will get not just 2 points, but 4 points if I put one of these power stones on it, as long as it matches the symbols at the top of the place of power. So after we've done the northern lakes, then we're going to do the central mountains. Keep in mind that if you don't have any witches or elders in the region, then you're not going to be participating in the battle. So if James were playing, he is not participating in the battle because he doesn't have any witches or elders out there. Now let's say that Steph was not here. It doesn't matter what I spend on mana. I am definitely going to win this. The only reason I would spend more mana is to partake in the extra rewards. Looks like nobody is participating down here in the central region.
That stinks.
So, in addition to getting a power stone for winning in the Northern Lakes region, you're also going to get the first player marker, which normally sits here unless someone has claimed it to be first player. So, After you've done the Northern Lakes battle, you're going to do the Central Mountains battle, then the Southern Slopes battle. Then we're going to do all of the round end stuff. At the end of the first and second round, you're going to activate the round end effects if you've got any of those in your tableau. You're going to replenish each region with new places of power. Obviously, if only one has been taken, we're only going to put one in there. These will not automatically be discarded. You have to end up either purchasing them or finding some way to wipe them clean somehow. You're also going to place all your witches and elders back onto your clan board, and you're going to flip your clan token. If you used it, you're going to flip it back to the active side. Cards that could be used once per turn that you tap this way. There are some specialists that can be used once per turn. You will turn them back upright and move the round marker one space forward. You're going to lather, rinse, and repeat till the end of the third round. And then we are going to go to the game end. You're going to get victory points for your specialist. You're going to get victory points for your council members with an end game effect. And you're going to get victory points for rituals and places of power in your inner circle. Power Stones giving you double. Mana is not worth anything at the end other than for the first tiebreaker. In case of a tie, whoever has the most mana left wins the game. Steph and I both spent all of our mana except one trying to get that tiebreaker. So if there's still a tie, all players share the victory. That is all the rules.
I think one more thing was set up. I think we're supposed to get 3 leaves and 3 potions.
Oh, did I miss that?
I just remember it, so I don't remember.
Oh yeah, 3 herbs and 3 potions. These are your startup resources. How about that?
All right, good. It helps.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I remembered it.
How about that? Fortunately, there's not any sort of hand limit for cards or for resources, I don't believe.
No.
I believe my player could draw 9 cards a turn, but got no resources. And I could discard cards for resources, which I did quite a bit.
You can still do that here. You discard 2 for 1, though.
Yeah, but I was 1 for 1 on the other side.
It's way better.
So,
put that place of power.
I'm going to put the Misty Castle back.
As much as you want it, which I know you probably want it.
I did not really think about it.
I read my cards, so you should probably read your cards. Mine are.
I will read my cards.
So what's weird is I have a ritual.
Yeah.
Normally it has a type next to it, but this one has like all 3 types. I'm pretty sure
they are all 3 types.
Because it's underneath, it's just in a different spot. But would you say it's all 3 types?
That's the way to get a binding bonus. So I think it is all 3 types.
Yeah. I thought so. It's formatted a little bit differently, which is what threw me off.
Gotcha. I should probably do that. Ooh. Oh, such hard choices.
Hard choices.
I'm like, oh, I want this specialist. Ooh, I really want this council member reward, but you can't have both.
Good choices.
It is good choices to have.
Definitely a lot of different cards. There's some that are the same, but did you say that? Maybe. Can't have 2 of the same council.
Oh, I did not mention that. Yeah, you cannot have 2 of the same named specialists. There are 2 copies of each specialist in the deck. You may not play 2 specialists with the same name. You can play one as a specialist and play one as a council member. Kimmy has this game. Opened and punched everything out, then ran out of vacation time to learn it. Hey, maybe you've just learned it, or you can go back and watch the video in full.
It was under 30-minute teach, so there's that.
Oh, good. Matt says if your outer region becomes inflamed, please visit your family physician for treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good to play quickly.
Mine are really good to play at the end of the game.
By the end of the game.
No, at the end of the They're all immediate points for this many things in my.
Oh.
So I have nothing right now, so they're all like useless.
You can have the same ritual because there are multiple copies of each ritual. I will say that.
Yeah. Hey, Legends.
What's up, Legends Up? Let's see. One of these wants binding with enchantment. One wants binding with an artifact. Ta-ta. Wow. I mean, that's pretty good. Zoop. Hello, Sanctum.
Okay.
Sanctum damn near killed him.
Whoa. Not bad. It does a free transfer for you.
Yep. That's why. That's one of the reasons why I got it.
To go
Face down.
this.
You want to do that?
Yeah. My spirit bog.
You got to get spirit bogged down.
Yep.
Blah.
It's tricky. Yeah, I figured.
Needed it.
I guess. Going down here.
Whoa!
This is a better place.
Holy macarolis.
Well, what am I gonna do? I need places.
For 1-1-1, I'm gonna play one of my things.
Thanks.
Oh.
We don't need that.
Probably don't need that right now, but I want to do it.
Maybe later. Maybe this.
I just gave up my 1-1-1 for this. I'm having slight second thoughts, but I've just got to do it.
Or do it.
Just got to do it.
You did.
Nothing to it.
You're thinking about it.
I'm thinking about doing it.
Yes.
Place this here.
Yeah. Oh, you already got a dude.
Each time I play an enchantment, I gain victory points equal to its value.
Wow.
It's really good.
You got enchantments in your hand.
If I do.
I'm gonna do this. I'm
What's
gonna
that?
bind this. So it cost me 2 red and a book. To play this here, which is an artifact. So I get the artifact bonus.
2 points. Welcome to the scoreboard.
And a green leaf, which is nice. So now, each time my opponent to my left harvests the complete outer circle, I harvest this place.
Even if it's on the inner circle.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is only harvest these, but there are other ways to harvest. One of the ways being this.
Yeah.
So no matter what I do, that's on there, and I can't help but give that to you.
Yeah, my eye is looking at you.
I see it looking at me.
It's like the ring.
I better do this now before you put a chunk of harvest on it. That's going to be 2 mana.
I get a green thing.
You do get a green thing.
Okay.
No. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. There's a reason why I'm not going to do it. Not doing it. Not doing it. There's a reason why I'm not doing it.
I bet.
There's a reason.
So it's me again?
No,
you're not doing it.
I'm not doing it, therefore, it's not you.
Fine.
I want this, 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 and this. I better do this. I need to do this now. I'm going to replenish the places of power in a region and discover one of them for free.
Oh, wow.
Because if I harvest, then I'm gonna miss out on stuff.
Of course.
Um, if I do this one, I get one of those double witch things for like cheap.
True.
I mean, cheap, cheap, cheap.
Cheap, cheap.
Cheap, cheap. Alternatively, I get my choice of whatever. Nope, I'm going to cheap out because I want the double. If I bind with a familiar, it's 2. Two points for binding with a familiar. Well, I got to take one of these. I didn't have anything on there, did I? No, I did not. Sure, give me. I'm not looking for familiar, so I should probably take hinge.
Okay. I will bind this for 1 book and 2.
Binding with enchantment. And if you bind with enchantment, get 2 mana. Or no, 2 points.
So I get 4 points.
Yes.
And 2 mana and a book.
2 mana.
Did it.
Now's the time I need to do this. This and this. 3 mana. 2 becomes 5. And a point. 1 point.
I get this.
Uh, mistakes were made.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to advance that Coven track. I don't think I'm going to get up high enough. Discard a card, get some resources. So don't need this familiar. Getting 3 resources. How about a book and a leaf and a leaf? Oh, I need to turn this over. Did you take your thing for me harvesting?
I did.
Okay, good. Making sure you did.
And you did that.
Good.
I'm going to harvest as well. 1 and 2. And 1. And 1. That's not great. Lots of stuff, but.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold up. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should. Something else.
Maybe you should something else. You have so many resources.
Instead of doing that, I'll do it in a minute, but I'm first gonna put things on those. I'm spending 2 leaves to get.
A.
It's as much as you want.
Hold
It's
on.
any number.
Build catalyst. You're correct. Have at it.
I don't have 2 pink, so this. Okay, you.
What does the orb lets you go up on the track?
Yep. Pretty great if you got that kind of
I do got that kind of potions.
Wow.
I'm gonna put an orb on this owl, and I get 2 manas for it.
Now
Now what?
I'm gonna harvest.
Now harvest.
So I get 3 leaves,
All that.
a red, and 2.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this to advance on the coven track, 3 points. Transfer another place of power. If it has a ritual, gain points equal to its value. That's 2 more points.
That's cool. Yeah, you should play Mercurial. It's good. Sounds me.
It seemed good enough, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to do. So.
That cost all of this. Oh, by the way, when I played that, it was an enchantment. It gives me 3 points because of this guy. That's why I played this guy. It's because I had that enchantment. I wish I could do more, but I think that's it for me.
Okay. I mean, I've already passed.
You said you're out,
Yeah.
even with all this.
I have nothing to do.
Whoa, that's bizarre. So,
Like I said, all my cards were for the end of the game, so it doesn't make sense to spend it now.
battle time.
I can't participate.
You cannot participate.
Okay.
And I don't think I am going to participate either.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to take my 2 points and run. Yeah, I think I'll just take my power thingy and run. When I take this, do I have to put it on there immediately? I didn't get any of these on my game because you stole them all.
No, you don't put it on. You put it at the end.
Put it on at the end. Well, I've got a lot with this on it, so even though there are a lot of them, I think I'm taking this.
Okay.
And not getting anything extra for it. Now we're going to do this one here. And I'm going to be first player, so I'll just remember I'm first player.
Mm-hmm.
Much do I want to spend?
Ready?
Yep.
4.
7.
Yeah.
Took it all.
I figured. But I got all the rewards.
As do I. So I get a leaf. I get a coven track, which is a transfer. Clearly, this is the one I should transfer. And 5 points.
I get 2 mana and 5 points, please.
Hold on a second. You get 2 mana. Okay, I got my 5 points. 6 becomes 11. All right, 2 mana for going up on the coven track. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably scarf this. Well, I can. I can use it, so it's not like I am just denying. But I don't have any dots, so that is that. I wish there were a way to use elders more efficiently, I gotta say. All right, got that. Now we're going to reset. We need to reset all of the stuff up here. Flip out another cavern, a third cavern, a second Misty Castle, and a Spirit Bog. This is a different Misty Castle, clearly, because there's only one on there. What else gets reset? We reset all our things back. Help me out here, Steph.
I think that's it.
And this. Round spacer one space, round marker one space forward, and continue. 6 cards, 3 and 2. Make sure you have 6.
Yep. And I get 2 mana.
And you get 2 mana.
Mm-hmm. Well, you also get
Oh.
2 mana.
I'm still working on the books part. I haven't got there yet. All right, what we got going now? So hard to get resources. What? Don't need either of those crappy things.
Oh, that's actually not bad. I don't hate her.
Keep that one.
I also don't hate him.
Wow.
Okay.
I like those.
We did all that.
We did all that. You're right. Can't say I love my choices here. I guess I'll take. Hmm. I guess I will take this cavern.
Or I gotta play that. I guess I'll take this guy. Um, maybe not. Maybe I'll take the other guy instead.
I'm really hamstrung with the regions and stuff. I didn't have any resource problems when I played before.
Well, yeah. How about that? And you thought your ability wasn't overpowered.
No, I mean not just for the council members, but for any of the things. Yeah, it's hard. I guess I will take this spirit bog.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I'm desperate for better cards.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, I'm gonna have to harvest. Harvest time. What do you get?
2 leaves.
So this and this and this and this and you. You're sitting on a pound of resources over there.
Makes this less good. Yeah, I am. Because I have nothing to do. So I was gonna play this guy, but maybe later. Well, maybe now. I don't know. Mm, Such an expensive card.
Yeah, I should have done something different. I'm not playing this very smart.
Give up on that now because 2 of the 3 harvests are done for you.
Yep, it's true.
That's not happening. If I play this guy, sure. It costs me 1 of each thing. Each time I play an immediate power, I gain 3 points.
Wow, nice. 1 and 2 and 1. I put another owl out. Bound with a familiar, 2 points. Replenish the places of power in a region. Discover another one for free. What we got? Cavern. Cavern. What? We shuffled these. And Misty Castle. I don't want these that you bind with a freaking familiar. Mm.
I want them, I just can't get them.
I intentionally don't need to bind them with a familiar.
They're so good though.
I think I cleared this out only to keep you from getting anything else on this track.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's not plan A, I tell you that.
Well, I'm going here anyway.
I'm gonna move these up like so. All of this is in my outer.
I kill a card.
What you did?
Killing that card. My discard pile, I guess. For 3 resources, which are gonna be all red bottles. Because I have none.
I guess what I'm doing.
Well, I had one, but
I'm probably doing the same thing. I'm gonna discard this, but I don't know what for.
okay.
I need a way to get more mana. I'm short mana for the Coven track over here. What do I want? I'm probably gonna have to do something different. I would just keep it and go here instead. Drawing 3 or removing 1 and taking 2. You don't score it unless you
Yep.
do the things.
All that.
And we're running short on time here.
Believe me.
I was hoping to get more enchantments. I didn't. I was like, oh, that's great. Maybe not. This is soon dead. Yeah, I'm going to transfer 1 and take 2. I've got plenty of room on the camera here. 2 cards. Give me something better.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this. What?
I have something good.
That's nice. It's my turn.
Yep.
I get 2 cards. Thanks. The orb
The orb.
is a one-time thing, right? It does not
Yes.
included in harvest, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, never. No. No, it's not. One. I am 3 resources short. That's 6 cards. Oh, that's nice too. He's not much use to me anymore. She's not much use to me anymore. It might not be much use to me anymore. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. That's 3 resources. plus these two make 5 resources for the gate to hell.
Wow.
Now slap it on the sanctum, which goes down here. It is an enchantment. I get 3 points. We like the gate to hell, which is next to the nature trail to hell in 3D. I'm nearly out of things. You don't seem happy.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna play this, I guess. 1, 2, and 2. This is the living chest.
What?
I gain 1 point for each artifact, which is 4. Plus, it's an immediate, so I get 3, so I get 7 points.
1 for each artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, you have a lot. 7 points. Seems good. Clearly, I'm doing this. Dropping this dude like it's hot. Spending this and a card, which lets me advance on the coven track and double it. 6. Double its bonus. Now I wish I hadn't discarded that other card.
Me?
Yep.
Okay, I will buy 2 more of these doohickeys.
2 hickeys. Harvest these.
Yep.
I'm done.
I'm going to harvest. So I get 1 and 1. And I get 2 and 2.
Wow.
And I get 4 cards.
Yeah, you got me beat this game, I
I
think.
think so. I don't see how I can move anything down.
It doesn't matter. You can like use all of those resources to find a ways to move it down.
Don't like that. I do like maybe these. My problem is I don't have a whole lot. Could play. If I do that. Alright, so here's 2 cards for a potion.
1 potion, done.
Then I can use these 2 and these 2 to play my cat.
Cat. Cat advisor. Each player may advance on the coven track. Gain 2 for each advancement.
Well, I'm definitely doing that.
And clearly, I'm going to do it because that gives me 4 points. 9, 0, 1, 2, 3.
So when I get 2, 4 for this card, plus 3 is 7.
You get 7.
Plus 3 is 10. Then a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Wow. Zoomed ahead.
Uh-huh. And then
I had to do it for 4 points because you
I
were going to get it
mean,
anyway.
I have to just pass at that point. Figure out what happens next round.
All right. Let's go for the Northern Lakes. I go 0.
Okay. I might as well do.
Because I'm not there. You're first player
Okay.
next turn.
How many do I have right now? 4.
You currently have 4.
So that stinks.
You cannot get a transfer, sadly. You can get 3 points.
I'll just spend 1.
Spending 1 down to 3, that gets you a card.
Yeah, I'll take
How
a
about
card.
this? All right. In case there was any guessing, I'm going to go 4 on this because
Oh, and I have
that's pretty darn awesome.
3. I was gonna do my remaining 3 to get.
Your remaining 3 gives you a leaf. There's your leaf. Here's my leaf. And here's my coven track. I get a push. I better do it, even if I don't want to do it.
You know what? I'm not gonna go leave. Doesn't make sense. I'll just keep my 3.
What? Oh, you were going to do that to kill your mana, and I didn't kill your mana. I'm in the middle of my thing here, and I'm.
Go ahead.
So 3 becomes 8. So yeah, since I was in the middle of my thing, I didn't do your thing
It's
up
fine.
there, and so I didn't do that either. Did you take? You did take your thing. I've got a lot of down arrows. Which one's worth the most points? This one. Oh, I can't double it. It has no mechanism.
Nope.
Down arrow. Chevron. Boo. It's just 3 anyway, so it's automatically doubling it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's that. Looks like it's time for round 3. Ding, ding, ding. Take our dudes back. Some of us have already done so.
Got 3 books.
I'm still on the reset. Since you've gone ahead, so I don't miss it, I'm going to do this real quick, and then I'm going to finish the reset. 2 mana. I took my 3 books. Finish the reset. How about Ruins and another Misty Castle?
Everybody's 2.
Yep,
Jeez.
it's not great, Ralph.
Of course not.
Ooh.
That's not terrible. If it actually could do something for me. What's your ritual space do?
Which this?
Yeah.
Advance. That's the gate to hell that you love to do last game.
Mm.
Kill a book and a card. Advance on the coven track. Double its bonus.
That's nice.
Really? Goodness. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those.
That's not happening.
I have a lot of
My
those.
biggest problem is like basically get 2.
I don't think this is going to be worth it for me. Ultimately.
Finding the cards I want.
Me either.
No, you got a lot of good cards over there.
These, yes. These, no. Whoops, I just got rid of that one. And even worse, I have to spend 4 to get any of that stuff up there.
Yeah, welcome to my whole game. You have more places of power than me.
Mm-hmm. That is probably true.
It's definitely true.
I'm harvesting anything.
Probably that.
You have a stack of about 27 cards over there?
Yeah, they're all gonna get discarded for resources.
Oh, because you clearly don't have enough resources.
I have books for days. I don't need books. I need everything but books. Last game I needed books because I had that awesome gate that you have.
Awesome, Jake.
Now I don't have anything.
Oh, you get a potion when you do that too?
Yeah.
Do I have any of those?
No, because you've been leaving them on the table.
No, I do have one. Link.
Mm-hmm. Asterisks.
No, go ahead and watch the tape. I left them on the table because I don't have familiars. And still don't have familiars. So I've been leaving them on the table.
Oh, is it me?
Yes, you've got the first player.
Cool. Well, I guess I'm going here.
How about there?
Just take one of these.
Hey, why cavern D instead of cavern C, B, or A?
Just the one
You need
closest
more
to
room?
me.
Just put it up there. Everyone knows you have another cavern. It looks like same as the other
Another? It's the
cavern.
first one, but sure.
Another cavern
Yeah.
that looks the same as the other
I'll
caverns.
just put this down lower. But make a second line.
Sure.
This is not in the lower circle. Yeah, just push.
It's fine. All right. Got to do those for sure. Nope, can't do that. Maybe I just take cards.
That trick always works.
That trick works. Ah, I could transfer and take 2. Nope, not gonna do it because I don't want to transfer it because I need resources. I am dying for resources here and can't get them. I'm not even sure I can get another familiar. When I cover that, I get 2 cards. It doesn't help my resources. It gives me half a resource when I cover it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll be covering this one. Cost me 2 leaves and book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get 2 mana
2 mana.
A red potion.
Red potion.
4 and 3.
4.
So 7 points.
4.
It's a familiar. And a binding bonus.
2, 4. You did take your potion, so 4.
3.
And 3 is 7. 8 and 7 is 15. 5 and an.
Yep.
Doing well. No, I need the I need the harvest. How much are you getting on a harvest?
I get 2 leaves.
You get 2 leaves. I get what? 2 leaves and a potion and a card. 2 leaves, a potion, and a card.
Doing it. The harvest.
Yep, got
Oh,
to.
okay. Well, that saves me an action.
Yep.
All right. So me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend 1 leaf for this.
All right.
Not looking so bad right now.
Transfer into. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just desperate for like another place of power. Desperate.
I didn't get that either.
But maybe I do the harvest. Maybe I'll find a card. Okay, I'm gonna do the harvest. So I get 1 and 1. I get 2 and 2. I get 2 cards, please.
2
Sorry,
cards.
4 cards.
4 cards coming up.
And 2 potions.
4 cards.
Yeah.
Card. Card. No. Oh. I did get the cards with the card when I did it. I'm pretty sure I did. I need this. If I can afford it, that's what goes there. Got to. Got to.
I haven't found any specialist that makes sense. So I have not. Michael played a bunch his first game, but I don't know. I really like them.
I have not found any that correspond with my things I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources.
Probably not these.
I guess I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources. I will need how many more resources? It's not 6 resources, it's 6 things. Would you do this and discard one for 3 resources? Discard this, take 3 resources. Done.
bad luck with these cards today. I might as well come up here. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will be done. Seems great.
I'm going to put this here to get 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. I need to spend these resources.
Okay, I'm spending this to play my three-eyed owl that I found. Finally found one. So I'm binding it with a familiar. You're not paying attention, but
No, I'm not. I'm still at the end of my turn. Yes, what is it?
okay.
What are you doing?
I'm playing this.
Uh-huh.
I get 2 because it's a familiar, plus 3 is 5.
2 because it's a familiar, plus 3 because it's a thing is 5. You take your potion?
I did. I got
5 points or mana?
5 points.
5 points. 5 becomes 0, go up 1.
And I'm going to replace this side.
Replenish.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I'm going to
Same
discover
thing.
this.
Okay.
I should probably discover
It's up to you.
that. Jeez. Try and get some points at the end of the game, maybe. Fine.
This was an enchantment. I should get 2 points. 8 becomes a 0 up 10. One, two, three, one, two. Three, 4. This gives me 2 potions. That's what I want to do. I want to do these 2 things. I need that for 2 books.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so losing this game.
All right, that's 2 potions for one of these things that goes up on the coven track. That's 4 mana.
Okay, no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to play this familiar. Cost me 3 and 3, which I have 2 and 3, so I need to discard a card or 2 cards. These 2, I guess.
You need the specialist that lets you spend books as resources.
That would be great. I had it last game.
I'm finding ways to spend books. Those 2 cards, you get
So I get this
that goes down.
Yeah.
You only have 2 down.
That was my first time. Yeah. Like I said, I'm screwed.
1 for each
Familiar.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8.
Yeah.
That seems good.
Yeah, not bad.
Elder going here. Play one ritual for. Whoa, have a gate to hell here. I want to do it. I'll play one ritual for free. It cost me 2 books. That's another gate to hell. I get 3 points for the enchantment. That's that.
Mhm.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. This is 3 resources, and these are 3 resources. I'm playing this guy.
No.
You.
In order to advance on the Coven track, I need a book and a card. So I'm going to have to play these 3 things. That's a book and a card. Advance on the double track, Coven track, double its bonus. I get 10 points. That did not suck. You running short.
Yep. I need.
I never thought I'd still be going when you're close to wrapping up. Oh, you've got a deck of cards. Is this your discard pile?
Yeah.
I'll put that over here in the pile. Man, those gates are really strong, but I'm all out of cards, so I'm not going to get to play anymore. I could do another one, but doubling this bonus is not going to get me anything. And I mean, I can get to the 6 with this Coven track, but man, this is a lot of points. This Coven track will not help me any.
All right, my cards will be to get the chalice. I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can get one of these and
Mhm.
2 of these.
Those still help you? Oh, you get 2 for each. Wow.
This allows me to bring this guy.
Bring something down.
If I do it, is there one resource gonna help me? Probably not.
Harvest this and a place of power. It's a card and.
Yeah, but I don't have anything else to
You don't have
harvest.
anything else.
So I could
don't.
activate it
Yeah, you
if
don't
I
have.
because I have
All you
these
have is a card.
which is 2 cards.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
maybe, but I have only books.
you might end up getting lucky and getting a book dude.
Mm,
Is it the same points?
no, it's 1 point different.
Uh, Depends on how far behind you think you are. Will 1 point make the difference?
I think you're gonna blow me out of the water. So
We'll see.
I guess I'll do this.
I'm at 10. It doesn't make any sense to play this card. I've got spatial distortion for 1 point. Placing it here would mean it would be 2 points. One for the card, one for the enchantment because of my enchantment thing. So it's 2 points, but it would cost me 3 mana, dropping me to 7 mana. If I held at 10, 5 points gets me 3, 5 points gets me 5. So I don't think it makes any sense to do this. The only thing it makes sense for me to do is to spend all of this on this council person. Gain 3 times the highest value you reached on the coven track, which would be 15 at the end.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. Unfortunately, that is
So
my wad.
I guess I'm activating this and drawing 2 cards.
And that's an official pass for me.
Oh, would have been nice. Also would have been nice. So this is nothing. Done.
All right. All that's left is the battling. Question is, do I want to spend 5 on this track? Do I care? All right. You spend 6 to make 8. You get 1 transfer. You go 3 points. I get 3 points. 8 becomes 1, becomes plus 10. All right. And you spend how much?
I spent 6.
7 becomes 1.
Yep.
And 10 becomes 5. And you are. I might as well do the 5 to get my 5 points. 6 becomes 1. Tide coming around the last turn. I go up 1 on the Coven track, which is a transfer, does not matter at all. And a single leaf.
And this is where you get 150 points and I get 10. So let's see.
Sorry. Activate the round end effects. There are none. So specialists. Nobody has any specialists, amazingly. Council members, I get 15. Whoops, wrong one. 66.
I get 14.
14. 10. 14. And this. 2. Oh, you didn't get your thing. Get your dot. I get 1 of these. I would have last choice, so I'm gonna just put these on, see what I got. I would have indeed taken the dot. That's the dot. That's a line. That's one of those, and that's one of those. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 28.
21.
10, 20. 8. 10, 20. 86 to 94. Only got you about 8.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was the problem. I did not even realize that you weren't moving your things down. All I was seeing was this massive harvest, and I thought for sure you could utilize all of those resources to just shift everything down.
But I can't. How? I needed to spend all my guys on these cards. We had really unlucky cards.
I guess this.
No, because I need to spend 2 guys each time. I couldn't find one
more things up here. I don't know. I think maybe you could have used one of the guys here.
I couldn't. I needed every space I could.
Got it.
Otherwise, this whole strategy of immediate didn't make sense. Like,
plus you had to spend leaf.
That resources didn't matter.
No resources. You were rolling in the resources.
Cards that I was dealing with, but I couldn't get the power of the places.
Right.
I don't know. We had a really unfortunate flop of these cards.
Well, we had cavern, misty, cavern. So we didn't
have any
Mystic Springs, Henge. We did have a couple Spirit Bogs and Sanctums at the start.
Yeah.
And the Ruins at the start, but
There's a lot more cards with just one requirement. So I
Yeah.
just got
At near the end of the game, I got one council member that gave me 3 points for every double witch thing, and we were rolling in double witches. So I start looking, and I went looked, and there was one. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. No, 4 of them. I ended up with 4 of them, and that's 12 points, 3 points short of this one here. So I'm like, and I was so close to getting 6. I can't get 6.
leftover mana
Possibly
wasn't
get
anything,
6.
I guess leftover anything.
Leftover what?
Like I took my advance down, but I thought I didn't do that. I was thinking that didn't matter.
The only leftover mana was for tiebreaker, as I said.
Yeah.
Horror Hippo says, "How is it? It's in my cart. Do I pull the trigger?" Well, you have arrived at a rather wonderful time because we are going to break it all down right now. So I got to say, I am really impressed with this game. I think that the cards, the places of power lack flavor, but it's all in the interactions of can you get these cards into your circle and then bind them with those rituals, and make them work with your specialists and your council members. Um, so, and I really do like the advanced side of the player board, but we did want to try it out once with the standard player powers, especially considering we saw that um, the blue player power is overpowered. I did mention this at the start of the video, Hippo, if you do use the blue player's special player power, where the council members are cheaper, the developers, designers have decided to make this not 3 resources, but any 5, not 3 singles like this. This is a cheaper resource. This one is, in fact, 0 instead of 1 of each. Normally it's 1 of each and then 2 of each for each council member after that. Instead of this being 1 of each, they've recommended this go to 5 single resources instead of 2, 2, and 2. When we did play with this, it was a relatively close game, but Steph did beat me with me playing with the nerfed special power. So I would recommend that you use the nerfed power. So, and for Steph's, yeah. So,
trying to see what our other score was. When did we play this?
not too long ago.
Yeah, we played it like a week ago.
About a week ago, yeah.
There it is. I did win.
You did win. I told you.
128 to 126. In this game, it was
super close. 2 points difference.
This game was what?
What you see there, 94 to 86. It's an 8 points difference. There's the one complaint I would have is that there's so few workers to do what you want to do, but it does follow the designer's law of not giving players everything they want.
That's true.
And so the complaints are minor. You just gotta hopefully your cards line up really well with what you've got.
I mean, this game I felt particularly hosed because my initial 6 cards were just terrible. And you had a lot of great cards. So I'm like, maybe the first hand we do a draft.
Well, no.
I don't know.
Okay, let me say. The advanced variant is to draw 8, discard 2.
Yeah, maybe.
Your first batch of cards is to draw 8, discard 2.
I don't know if that would have helped me, but maybe.
I am not sure. You could. I mean, there's nothing against homebrewing it to do a draft. But then I will see what you've got, and it might let me, try to do some resource denial for you. Yeah, I think with the player powers we did, both of us had a lot more firepower.
I had a strategy.
With your advanced power.
With this I had no strategy.
So right.
I think I liked the
advanced. You like the advanced powers better.
Like my strategy was to get the power tokens. like these power tokens, because that's how I used, like that's how I got
for sure.
bonuses.
And here's the thing. With her strategy to get power stones, she got all the power stones. I mean, she wiped the floor with the power stones.
I had a lot of really good interacting cards that allowed me to get mana along with my track. So I was like getting lots of mana so I could win the battles.
Right, because your track is slightly different than the other tracks. It's 2, 3, and 4 mana on my track. On those same exact positions, it's 3, 4, and 5 mana on your Coven track.
Right.
Your advanced Coven track. My advanced Coven track,
you had a million cards.
It's the same on the Coven track, but my power was for a free action, I discard 1 card and get either 1 resource or 1 mana. I was like, it's so easy. And then with even with the nerfed council members power, I was still able to do that. And that's how I kept it close. And I was still, even with you getting all the power stones, I kept it within 2. So I'd say that's relatively balanced. You had a lot of these gates to hell. If I could have had even one of those gates to hell, maybe that would have helped me climb my Coven track last game.
I do love that.
Well, it's so good, and I ended up
that card.
I got the second one near the end of the game, and the one where I got 3 times the Coven the highest victory point value at the end of the Coven track. I got that at the end of the game. It looked like I had been planning it all along. That's a clean 15 points there. It did cost me 6 resources, and 6 resources is not cheap.
Yeah, I was 1 card short of playing another guy, which would have got me 9
oh
points.
No!
I mean,
9 points?
Yeah.
That would have done it.
Well, no, because I would have
1 card.
I would have been giving up the points for the tokens I got, so it probably evens out in the end.
Gotcha.
But I was like, if I could just play this guy, I was 1 card short. So I ended up getting the orb, which got me to bring a card down. Which ended up being a 6-point card, and the 2 extra chits, which was 4 points. So it's probably still better to do what I did.
So you will say that there are ways to generate points. There's a good puzzle here.
Well, yeah.
Really good resource.
I do like how the card interaction happened. It happened, but I mean, you had all these great cards, and the first thing to get you more places of power.
I had 2 owls.
5 at the end of the first round or something.
Because I had 2 owls.
And I had 3, and there was no every round I could get 2 because of how the card.
Because of the double witches.
It was just was tough.
And considering you were going with the harvest strategy, you needed more smaller cards, the 1 witch cards, and they didn't come out. They just didn't come out.
I know.
So when I went with the spot that had 2 cards already filled and got 1 more, you were like, no, don't do that, don't do that. And then I just filled it up with 1 and took it.
I didn't have any guys at that point. So.
But I did take a 2, getting it out of your way. I tried.
I mean, yeah, sometimes that's just how the cards fall, but
yeah. So yeah,
it's a good game. I think it has some flaws, but
yeah, it is one. I will say it is probably still one of the better games I've played this month. So
it probably will make it on our list.
It will probably make it on. At least it'll make it on my top 10. But yeah, I think I'm worried if the game runs hot or cold depending on how the card draw comes out. That said, the cards, they don't vary that much. There's like 2 and 3 copies of several of these cards in the deck.
Yeah, but when 4 out of 6 cards in my initial hand were score 1 point for every familiar in your cover.
Well, then you need to focus on the familiars. But can you?
I have 2 artifacts, a familiar, and an enchantment.
Well, I got
basically nothing helped me in the first one.
I understand. Well, I got the enchantment one, hoping I was going to do enchantments, right? And I played it, And then I didn't get any enchantments for like a round and a half. And I'm like, oh, I'm starving here. Give me some enchantments. I did get the gate to hell. And then I got the next gate to hell. That's 3 points and 3 points there.
Yeah.
I was worried though I wasn't going to get it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, there's definitely good choices in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Good things to do.
Heroic says I like doing a lot of card drawing in this game.
Yeah, then you can find things you're looking for, maybe.
So yeah, my blue power, normally by default you get 6 cards, 3 knowledge, and 2 mana. Blue side, 9 cards. Just 9 cards. Now you don't get the knowledge, you don't get the mana, but you make up for it with the free action right there. Your draw actually goes down. You get 5 cards and 3 mana and 3 knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
but there's other ways of me.
But yeah,
it didn't hinder me the first game.
I think you would probably enjoy doing the special side powers.
Mm-hmm.
You may the circle can use elders to activate action spaces in your outer circle.
Yeah, that's nice.
But they get no mana. Still, I mean, that's not a big downfall. Looking at the Coven track, there's a lot of transfer up top. I mean, this 6th spot is normally right here. It's moved down a spot. They have this. That looks like a free place of power.
That's nice.
So that's nice. That's early in the game too.
Yeah, that's nice. I would probably like that.
Yours needed power stones. Mine got discounted things. The cross has an action space that says advance on the Coven track and replace slash with plus. You might ask, well, what's the slash for? You can choose which reward you want on the Coven track, and when you can add them together, that's even better. So yeah, that's sort of cool. Horror Hippo says the boxing name makes it look like it's going to be like Everdell, and yes, it's nothing like Everdell. And look, it does sort of look like it. You got the tree, a lot of color.
I mean,
it's got double L at the end.
With powers, it's not unlike Everdell. But it's not like it.
It's not much like it. But
I would say there are similarities, though. So.
Yeah. Heroic said that free action is nuts. Yeah. Not only was it nuts, it also had the super cheap council members, which people were complaining on BGG's forums left and right about this, and that's why they changed it to any 5 resources. So yeah, Steph has her Everdell thoughts right there. So
this is better than Everdell.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know if you're on the fence. I don't know which way to push you on that fence, because if you don't have a lot of games like this definitely would fill a good niche in that spot. So
hey, thanks for following.
Thanks for following, Hippo. So I'm not sure which way to push you on that. I did enjoy my play of it. But we have 3,000 games, so I'm not sure. Do we keep it? Do we let it go? I'm leaning towards keeping it. So we will see.
Yeah. We'll see.
In any case, it's one of the better games I've played this month. And so that automatically earns it a better spot than most.
That's fair.
So, and as you said, it's probably going to go on your list too. Or we
haven't played that many, so we need to play some more, and then we'll see.
What other games do you think are
it's on the fence?
Yeah. What other games do you think are similar but better? Similar, I don't know. I think in this one there's a lot of card play, and there's a lot. If I could sit and think for a couple of hours, I could probably think of a lot of games where all right, you know you're not going to play 7 of these cards and you're just going to trash them for resources. I know there are other games like that, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Of course. So I can't think of those that are similar but better. If you're looking for resource management type of games, there are some that don't do it exactly like that, but everyone knows a lot of good resource management type of games. Like you said, Everdell is also resource management where you have 3 different resources. You've got berries and things in Everdell that you're turning into people and stuff. But I think this does it a lot better. I'm really good at comparing 2 games that are in front of me. It's sort of difficult when we've played so many to say, pick 3 or 4 that that are similar but better.
But yeah.
Heroics has always played with the variant where I think you draw 2 extra cards and discard 2 cards on the first round. Yeah, I think that would have made Steph's play a lot better.
Or maybe a little better.
Yeah. All right, curmudgeon. So, you enjoyed beating me the first time we played. Oh, I forgot to mention also the place of power has a little bit of an effect on the other side. Granted, it is a one-time effect because you only get it when you play the ritual on top of it. But still, discarding a card for 3 resources for putting a ritual on the pit, not too bad. Your arc is to gain the red power stone, which, I mean, it is something.
You got to do it. So for sure.
Gotta do it because your power stones let you get all sorts of things. You put a power stone on something, you get resources. I mean, look, get 2 and 2.
I know. I'm not saying it's bad. It was good.
It's pretty good.
That's why I needed to win the power stones.
And you did.
No, there's good things about this game, and so I definitely think a lot of people out there will enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't mean to sound negative about it at all. This does fit, if this does fill a niche in your collection if you're looking for a good solid resource management card management type of game.
Yeah. For sure.
I think with the sheer number of cards that you have in your hand, Terraforming Mars comes to mind. I usually am sitting on a whole hand of 12, 13, 14 cards and deciding, oh, do I want to just get rid of this one because I know I'm never going to build it? Though I probably should have never kept it in the first place because keeping cards is expensive.
Don't buy them.
Don't even buy them in the first place. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head. Anyway, that's a long wrap up.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, that's Evenfall from Nanox Games. Be sure to check it out. And if you enjoyed this teach and playthrough and you want more just like it, hey, you can find us on YouTube at Board Gamer Steph, or you can join us on twitch.tv/Board Gamer Steph every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream 3 games, usually a lot more, every single stream. So come join us on Twitch where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.